Gray is here.
I am.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
Jeffy.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Oh, wow. And again.
Good morning, Americans.
Dang.
It's Friday.
Yeah!
Thank you. Well, this week has flown by. Am I right, Jeffy?
That sure has.
And here we are.
Here we are.
On the precipice of another weekend. You know what? Meatloaf just died.
I know.
That sucks, dude.
The
Really
news
sad.
broke overnight. He was 74.
74 years old. Of course, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. By the Dashboard Light.
Yeah.
The Bat Out of Hell album that was
Monstrous.
one of the biggest of all time. Man, that sold a lot of copies.
His song from, I think it's Bad Out of Hell 2, right, is the Do Anything for Love. That was, I think, his
But
biggest
I Won't Do
hit.
That.
That was his biggest hit. Yeah. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was.
Maybe. I mean,
Look
Paradise,
it up.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light was not really a big hit. But it was played a lot. Played a lot at nighttime on top 40 stations. But I could do anything, but I won't do that. You think that's the biggest song he
I gotta
had?
look it up because I believe that that's true.
But bigger than 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Bigger than, what's another one? I can't even think of another Meatloaf song right now. So they have not listed the cause of Meatloaf's death. I don't know if they left him in the oven too long.
Oh,
Wow. Is it too soon?
Wow.
Is it too soon?
I don't understand.
For Meatloaf jokes.
Just tell us.
I know. Just tell us what the deal is.
They said, on behalf of the family, a cause of death is not being released. Just tell us. Now
Right.
we just have to guess. I mean, what's the worst it could be? Yeah, Dad, he liked to go roll around in the
But it could
cattle
be-
poop all night, and the cattle trampled him. Sorry, but
That would be bad. That
I
would
mean,
be
come
bad.
on.
I'd respect that.
I know. You'd think a little bit weird,
Yeah,
maybe, but
a little
okay.
weird. But they were brave enough to announce that.
Right, just let
as
us
cause
know.
of death. So I'd respect that. I don't know. What's the worst it could be? COVID-19?
I guess maybe.
AIDS? I mean, drug overdose? What would it be that you wouldn't want anybody to know about? Suicide. Probably is the one thing that you wouldn't want people to know
I
about,
guess
right?
yeah, that's true. But it talked about being
But I don't know that he was.
No, and it talked about being surrounded by his family, right? It said,
Well,
he
then
was
it's not that.
surrounded by his wife and daughters and close friends. So
So it wasn't that. It was
not
some
unless
illness.
he had a suicide party.
Cancer, apparently. That's what that sounds like, right?
Yes.
That he'd been sick for a while. Nobody
Right.
talked about it, and everybody gathered because they knew it was coming.
Right. It does sound like that. I mean, we found out Louis Anderson has cancer this week, too.
Louis
Real bad.
Anderson.
Louis Anderson.
Trying to think who that is.
Okay.
Come
Louis
on
Anderson?
now. Louis Anderson?
Who is he?
The comedian?
Okay, the fat comedian guy.
Well, not anymore. He's losing a little bit of weight.
Is he?
Cancer.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good Friday start.
Yes.
Louis
Too soon.
Anderson?
Too soon on all of it. Yeah, I mean, Louis Anderson, yeah.
He's
Jeffy
been,
has
somewhat
a
obscure
special.
he's
comedian.
been in a lot of big guy shows.
He's
so
got
I'm
a
sure
special
you can
bond
get
to fat
lots
guys. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I do.
True.
He's
got that-
did my favorite bit of all time.
Oh, what was
When
that?
he would walk out on stage just when he was early on. He'd walk out on stage and just stand in front of the mic stand and go, "Don't worry, I won't be long. I'm between meals."
That's
That was
funny.
awesome. That's funny. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I like that. That's a good start to the show. Plus, you've already ingratiated yourself
That's
to the
right.
audience because they're looking at you thinking, man, it's a fat guy. And then you acknowledge it,
Yeah.
and you're
It's good
together.
to go.
You got
Good
that
to go.
immediate bond right there. So, yeah, it works out really well. This new website with our military Surgeon General is kind of interesting. Apparently, there's.
So we got this. This is one of those crazy websites like Real News Raw or something like that. Where maybe the truth
Real News Raw.
is not so much there. But I thought this story was pretty fun because in the headline, it's right up your alley. It's that our Surgeon General
Is CGI.
Is CGI. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even real.
The entity masquerading as the administration's Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, is not a man, but a computer-generated imagery.
Yeah,
or
you know
CGI.
It's a fact.
Yeah. Superimposed on a dynamic algorithm that pushes a fictitious COVID narrative
Yeah, see?
from some hidden crevice in Washington,
See?
D.C.
See? Is this not real? It's accurate. Oh, look, there he is. See? Does that look
There
real?
he is. No, it doesn't.
Nope. Computer generated.
It doesn't.
Got a CGI Surgeon General.
Real news raw.
Real
Or real.
news.
Wait, real raw news.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
real raw news. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to the wrong website now.
Oh, yeah. My bad. So, yeah. And it just talks about how they staked out his house and there's no sign of life there. So obviously he's not real.
Obviously. If you don't immediately see him after you drive up in front of his house, well, he's obviously CGI.
I
So
mean,
here's a
they've
question.
thought about this cover up so much that he actually has a house, even though he's not real.
Right.
Yeah,
And
right.
they talk about how like he's got this vivid backstory on the internet, and his hair isn't graying or anything, or I don't know. But I mean, tell me. I mean, have you ever seen him? Have
His
you ever?
hair's gray.
Have you met him in person though?
No, I have
You
not.
okay, exactly. So there you go.
There you go.
Case closed. Not
He's
real.
never been to my house.
Nope.
I know that.
Every time I drive by his house, he's never there.
Never there, right?
The other big story of the day is the M&M characters and the fact that they're going to get more inclusive.
Thank goodness.
Because if there's one thing we've needed, it's candy-coated chocolates that reflect our society. They must reflect every aspect of our society. That's how important these M&M ads are. But that's what they're saying. They're going to have more nuanced personalities. Mars Incorporated, the company, of course, behind M&M's, said that they have a global commitment to creating a world where everyone feels they belong and society is inclusive.
Yeah.
Are people really gleaning their sense of belonging from M&M's commercials? Because I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Really?
I'm pretty sure this is M&M's taking themselves a little too seriously.
Perhaps you should listen to the vice president of
Perhaps
M&Ms.
I should.
Okay.
What did she have to say? She sounded a little something.
Oh, good luck with this. You think your video's ready?
Oh, it was on the list.
Come on, bro.
It was on the
You
list.
said it 5 minutes before we go on the show, and you're like, well, I'm going to walk it right up to this video, and it's going to go now.
That
No,
was Jane Huang, the global vice president.
That wasn't
of
there.
M&Ms. Yeah, she wasn't
Why
there.
don't you tell us what she said?
I'm trying to be inclusive, but she's not there.
as part of their new mission to increase the, quote, sense of belonging for 10 million people around the world by 2025, unquote, Mars said the M&M's characters, who serve as mascots of sorts for the brand, would be receiving fresh new looks. The green M&M, previously seen in ads posing seductively and strutting her stuff in white go-go boots, will now sport a pair of sneakers. Oh, that's way more
That's better.
inclusive. That's so much better.
And these are mascots of sorts.
This is already starting to change my life.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it really is. A description for the green candy on the M&M's website says she enjoys, quote, being a hype woman for my friends, unquote. I think we all win when we see more women in leading roles, so I'm happy to take on the part of supportive friend when they succeed, according to the green M&M and her new statement. Another character, the brown M&M, described her motto as not bossy, just the boss. Mars said in announcing the refresh that M&Ms, which were first released in 1941, will have an updated tone of voice that is more inclusive, welcoming, and unifying while remaining rooted in our signature jester wit and humor.
Please go
Thank you.
away.
The signature
Yeah, right.
jester wit and humor.
Yes.
That we all come to know and love,
And love and
from
expect
the M&Ms.
and
yeah.
grow from, really. Yes. So I hope this means that they're also going to have a trans M&M
Yeah, they better.
joining the ads. And
Well-
to my knowledge, not a single one of these M&Ms have come out as gay
You know,
or
you'd be
lesbian.
Okay,
Correct.
hold on. So there's
Oh,
a
really?
picture
Because
that shows the two chick M&Ms on a bench or something, and one of them's got their hand on the knee.
Oh,
Did
no,
I see
I-
that
I
correctly?
was
Oh,
under
right
the-
there. There it is. Thank you,
I
Mark.
was under the impression that there was one
Oh,
M&M
my.
that's starting to identify as a Skittle. So
Really?
That's what I was. I don't know that to be true.
Okay, well, it's gonna be fun, right? Because
So is that a new one? The two girls on the two girl
I think
M&Ms
so, yeah, I think so.
on a
No,
bench.
I don't think they're new. I think they're just
Well, they're not new characters. I have
No,
seen
but
those before.
that's new that they're getting together like
Yeah, I
this,
think
right?
they're.
But
yeah.
that's the one that's going to start wearing tennies now, right?
Oh yeah, the one on the left.
Wow.
Okay, well, I mean,
See, at the end of the
my
day,
world
and
is
that's
so
fine.
much
They
better
could,
now.
you make the M&M Disney movie, whatever. But because at the end of the day, they all get eaten.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
Yeah, we're talking about candy here.
can I just point out that there was a lot of woman talk in your story that doesn't sound very inclusive at all.
No, it doesn't sound inclusive of men
Yeah.
at all.
No, they don't care about
But I mean, like, have we properly defined a woman? Because I don't know if you want to do it here or not. But Matt Walsh, was on with Dr. Phil, trying to define woman. I don't know if you want to play that here, but it was an interesting exercise.
Do we have that video?
Yes, we do.
I believe that one's ready.
That's a question I would like to throw out
Yeah.
to other members of the panel. Actually, because just like the 4-year-old can't answer what is a girl, well, this is one of the problems with this left-wing gender ideology is that no one who espouses it can even tell you what these words mean. It's like, what is a woman?
Well,
Can you tell me what
Look
a
at
woman
this.
is?
Oh, my gosh.
no, I can't. Because it's not for me to say. Womanhood looks different.
It's
for
non-binary,
everyone.
trans-masculine.
Woman
That's what he
looks
is.
different.
An adult
Okay.
human female.
All righty.
And what does a female mean?
Well,
how
that's
do you define a female?
someone with female reproductive organs. Someone who's,
Right.
here's the thing.
Thank you,
When you're
Matt.
female, it goes right down to your bones, your DNA. So that's why if someone dies,
Okay.
we could dig up their bones 100 years from now. We have no idea what they believed in their head, but we can tell what sex they were because
Right.
it's ingrained in every fiber of their being.
Interesting. So I'm trying to understand.
Interesting.
Your definition
Interesting.
is that a woman
is
is someone
interesting.
who is female, you said, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Is
Okay.
a biological female.
So what happens if we have maybe someone who is female, identifies as a woman, right? Cisgender woman, right? As you just explained, maybe
This is
doesn't have the ability
unbelievable.
to reproduce. Maybe doesn't have those organs that you're talking
So
about,
what?
reproductive organs.
I have answered the question. You stood up here and said trans women are women.
Yes.
Tell me what you mean. What is a woman?
Womanhood is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not
But
myself.
you used the
Hold-
word. So what did you mean when you said trans women are women if you don't know what it
interrupting,
means?
Right. So here's the thing. So I do not define what a woman is
Right.
because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term.
What does this
It
person
includes
identify
people
as?
That
who-
Pause it for a
describes
second.
what?
I don't
All
know.
right, he's got a
Did it
beard,
ever say?
long hair.
Nails are done. Look
Nails
good.
are done.
They look nice.
Like crazy. So
But
what is
did
it
it
you're
say-
identifying as?
Yeah, I didn't say because the other guy was identifying as trans-masculine,
Transmasculine.
right? Non-binary trans-masculine. But
Nice.
I didn't see what it said that underneath.
I had of this other person.
I missed the America from 5 minutes ago when our biggest issue was what are the M&Ms going to look like later this year?
Yeah.
This is an
That's
exercise
awesome.
in futility, Matt, but good effort.
But good for him
Yeah.
for, taking it on.
When I was squaring up with Dr. Phil in the crowd.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the crowd claps here real soon. All
right, let's
for
see
the
it.
transgenders.
See the
Watch
rest of this.
Love it.
People who identify as a woman,
Identify as what?
as a woman.
What is that?
Was to each their own. Each woman, each man,
No,
each person
sorry.
is going to have a different relation with their own gender identity and define it differently.
That doesn't-
and so
I'm not
trans
asking for
women are women too.
Oh, the applause light came on.
Trans
You
women
want
are
to
women.
reduce.
What you
listen,
won't
listen.
even tell me
you
what
want
the
to
word
reduce,
means, though. So
you
that's
want to
the
reduce
problem.
women. You want to reduce men down to maybe just their genetics, our genitals,
No.
our chromosomes, right? That's what you're
What
saying.
you want to
is that
do is
that's what we
what
are
you
getting
what
in
you
the
No.
want to do is appropriate women.
Oh, yeah,
You want to
nice.
appropriate womanhood and turn it into basically a costume that could be worn.
That's great.
Yes.
Good.
I know.
Who's
good
the science
stuff.
I'd be
denier?
interesting to
Who's
see
the
what
science
Dr.
denier?
Phil had to say about that. All that though. I didn't see that episode. I'm gonna have to go find that.
I wonder
episode.
what he did say.
I know. It'd be interesting to see how Dr. Phil treated those two.
Are you a woman? Yeah, I'd like to go and listen to that.
Because I bet he tries to walk the line. I
He
don't-
does try to walk. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Good for Matt though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
he's
good.
brave. He'll take on those issues and he'll really tell you how he feels, and he just did, and that's really dangerous in today's society
Oh,
because
no
you'll
kidding.
just be canceled.
he
And
doesn't
you won't be heard anywhere anymore. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. If you're trying to sell your home, you want to do it quickly. You want to do it, get the most money you possibly can out of it. And so you need the advice of great realtors, of a great realtor who knows what people are looking for in a home and whether or not you should invest a bunch of money to try to sell your home to get that money back. and what investments will get that money back and which ones won't. Repainting, remodeling, maybe you're redoing countertops and those kinds of things to bring them up to date. That's where realestateagentsitrust.com, that's where they come in, because they know all these things and they have the great marketing plans and the track records to get you through the process. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Hollywood. This is good news. Gonna do a January 6th movie.
Awesome.
Won't that be good?
Will I have to pay for it? Will it be like on Netflix or something? Or?
Don't know. It didn't actually say whether it's going to be let's see. Is it going to be Showtime?
I'll look it up.
January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol considered the worst. I love this line. Considered the worst domestic attack on democracy since the Civil War. Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's serious.
That is serious.
It will be the subject of J6, a feature film scripted and to be directed by Billy Ray as his follow-up to the highly rated Showtime miniseries, The Comey Rule.
They're gonna shop the script around. It's called J6. They're gonna shop it around, and
we don't have a home for it yet.
We got to wait for the highest bidder.
Okay, darn it.
Oh.
Joining him is Adam McKay, who is in the Oscar hunt now for Don't Look Up. McKay will produce, along with Todd Schulman and others who've produced The Comey Rule as well. The Deadline has confirmed that the J6 script, as you just said, will be shopped around to studios and streamers. So it could be on Netflix.
Yeah,
it could
they
be
don't
on
know. Whoever pays
Amazon.
the most money.
Yes. Highest bidder.
Gosh, I hope
gonna
it
get this.
lands somewhere that I have access.
Don't you, though? Because it's going to be, this is going to be riveting.
Yeah.
And real.
Awesome.
Can we have a watch party?
Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
Nice.
That'd be the only way to be able to handle it.
J6. The day democracy almost died.
Ray had originally expected to long look at the events of January 6th in the form of another limited series. Deeply affected by the attack, he traveled to Washington, D.C. within days of the siege, interviewed a number of key principals while their memories were still raw and fresh. So this is going to be really good. That included Capitol Police officers Michael Fanone. Isn't that the guy on CNN all the time now?
I believe he's
cries
done
about half
now,
the
right?
time.
He's not even a police officer anymore, right?
No, he's with
just
CNN
working
now.
for CNN.
Yep. So he's included, as well as Harry Dunn and members of Congress who were trapped inside the Capitol when the violent siege unfolded. Fanone also consulted on the screenplay throughout the process.
Oh, that's perfect then.
According to Ray, the goal was to do a ground-level view of a momentous day. It's about protesters who became rioters and cops who became defenders of democracy. Oh. Okay.
Wow, that sounds good.
Someone else can tell the story of the chaos at the White House on that day. I wanted to stay in the trenches. This is going to be good.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is
I
gonna
mean,
be
we finally
so
have
good.
some people arrested on sedition now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're finally getting to the bottom of it.
Yes, finally.
I mean, it feels like we are. I don't know that we ever will.
Well, you have the J6 commission and the committee that is really getting down into the nuts and bolts of this thing and checking out what was said before the event, and during the event, and after the event on all social media, and they're digging into everything.
We're getting all the reports, everything.
We're finding out about the Oath Keepers or whatever.
Thank you.
And that nefarious group.
Well, they're the ones, right? That's the guy.
Yeah.
And some of his other people are the seditious bastards.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Liz Cheney's going to figure this one out for us. She's going to make sure we know everything.
If there's anybody who could get to the bottom of something,
You think
it's Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Am I right? Who's with me on that? I think everybody.
She's
right?
one of two Republicans on the January 6th commission. And,
Oh man,
she's working for the people.
I hope she's consulting on the movie too. 'Cause,
Yeah, I hope so.
you know.
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't want her view. He wants the ground level.
Oh, that's true.
view, right in the trenches.
right.
Liz was not in the trenches.
No,
on
she
that
wasn't.
Day, no. She was cowering in her office, scared for her life.
Right.
Because democracy was ending.
Was she also afraid that people wanted to have sex with her, or was that just AOC?
That's just AOC.
Everybody knew it was only
That's just
AOC that anybody wanted
She's
to
not
have
that
sex
far off. But anyway.
Liz Cheney?
No,
that's
AOC.
Right. Oh, okay. Amazing.
I'm looking forward to it, huh?
Yes.
It's going to be good.
And speaking of massive entertainment, we mentioned at the end of the show, very end of the show yesterday, some of the TV ratings from the last week that we have ratings available. Mm-hmm. This is for the week of January 10th through the 16th, the 20 biggest programs in prime time. Okay? So these are the 20 biggest shows on television. Number 1, NFL Wild Card, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. 29 million people saw that. 29 million. Wow. Number 2, NFL Wild Card New England at Buffalo, 26 million.
Yeah.
Number 3, Wild Card Postgame, CBS, 25.5 million. Number 4, NCAA Football Championship, Georgia, Alabama, 22.26 million. Number 5, Wild Card Pregame, NBC, 20 million. Number 6, NCAA Championship Postgame, 18.37 million. Number 7, NCAA Pregame, 13.78. And so the top 7 spots were all football. Either the game itself, or talking about the game coming up, or the game you just saw.
So was Cowboys 49ers number
that's
one?
That was actually the most watched of the football games.
Yeah, that was after this, though.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Yeah, that was after this.
Because Cowboys 49ers had 40 million on CBS.
40 million.
And they had over 1 million on Nickelodeon.
Oh, that's right.
So
Nick did the game too.
they do the game. They do all
Yeah,
that.
you
It's
saw it.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome stuff.
No,
Nickelodeon, they actually do a fun broadcast.
They would cut some of the.
They actually do a fun broadcast. And then the Cardinals-Rams games, they only had 23 million, a little over 23 million.
You know, they may
for
learn
the
a lesson
Monday
to
night
not make these Monday night games. You know, just kind of contain them on Saturday, Sunday.
I don't
but
know.
They love
23
that prime
million
time,
is a pretty good number.
prime time slot. Yeah, I guess. But
true.
I guess compared to that 40 million, the Cowboys and 49ers game, that might have been the matchup too. The two teams,
Yes,
story
of course it is.
franchise.
I mean, Cowboys are America's team, right?
yeah, but I don't know that those numbers are probably those are going to pale in
The
comparison.
average of those 5 games, 31 million. I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
really
good.
But here's my question: do you think that the January 6th movie is going to outdraw these games? 'Cause, I mean, everybody's into that, and
I'm going to say no. I'm going to go way out on a limb and say no. I don't think.
Well, that's just
gotta get
because
an
it's gonna be
NC-17
on a
rating, right?
particular
Yeah.
streaming
Yeah.
platform. It's not available to the
much-
world.
so much
if they were to
violence.
air it,
All right,
like on
on
a Sunday
network
afternoon
television?
like that, heck yeah.
but like, how many warnings would you have to put up for like all the violence and stuff? That
Well,
you're-
here, look at this.
see, I mean, look at this right here.
Look at this.
Woo! I mean, I'm surprised that Mark's not blurring this footage.
This
This is on the ground footage.
This will definitely be in J6 because this is, in the trenches.
Right. These are the trenches right there.
You got me drinking on that one. I almost swallowed.
I mean, look at these people.
That's rough. That's rough stuff right there.
You can see the murderous attitude in
Yeah.
their eyes.
I know.
As they walk in, they're looking
see
for
that?
somebody to kill.
I don't know if I don't want to play it back because it was too horrific. But did you see the one guy shaking the American flag?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Was he trying to get
Let's
the
not look at
wrinkle
that
out?
again.
Was he trying to get the wrinkle out of his flag?
Yes.
How dare he?
Yeah, so there's no telling. I mean, if they use this footage,
Yeah.
Now you're talking ratings.
now you're talking.
Oh, that guy
ratings.
just raised his arms up.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, look at that.
You can't show
One
this
of
on
them
network
still
TV.
in the air. Jeez.
You
Wow.
can't show this on network TV.
All right. So after football,
Yeah, after football, what do we
the
got?
first show that a normal television show
Yeah.
is 60 Minutes at number 8.
Oh, wow.
For the week, 11 million. So compared to the
That's CBS. That's where the football game
Yeah,
is, too.
that's a
so
lead-in from football.
exactly
Yeah.
right. That's
a
true.
time slot
And
hit.
number 9 is CBS with the FBI. Number 10, CBS with Young Sheldon. So that's all post-football stuff.
That's
That's amazing.
incredible.
Isn't that amazing? The first non-CBS, non-football aided show to come in is number 11, Chicago Fire, which I've never seen. Chicago Fire, Chicago Med.
Jeffy, tell us about these shows. We know you've seen them.
Chicago Fire and Chicago Med.
Yeah,
Do you
tell
watch
us.
them both? You watch them both, right?
No,
Are they based
I
in
do not
Chicago?
watch them both, but I have seen them. I've seen them.
Are they good?
Nah, they're not there. These shows like FBI, I do watch FBI, the FBI
Of course you watch
trilogy.
FBI.
The FBI, FBI Most Wanted, and FBI International.
Is that a big draw? Do people see FBI and be like, oh, I got to watch that?
Yes. And the FBI Most Wanted is probably the biggest woke of them all.
Oh, really?
But they all really are pushing.
The fact that you know these shows well enough to
hate
know
that.
which ones are more woke than others speaks volumes, man.
Doesn't it?
Golly. Is there...
But it's
honestly,
CBS, and CBS really has gone off the deep end as far as wokeness.
What percentage of shows that are broadcast do you estimate you watch?
I don't know. I just catch 'em.
98.5%.
No,
something
okay,
like that.
now you're rounding
What are you
down,
gonna-
I see.
This weekend we got football and we got Ozark dropping today, right? It's probably already dropped on Netflix. So season 4, the final season.
It's already
It'll be-
dropped. It's already dropped.
Yeah, you
on
knew that
Netflix.
about Ozark.
Yeah, of
I know
course.
that's a
What are you
popular,
binging that between football, I'll tell you that.
it's a popular show.
Ozark, is that as big as Yellowstone, though? It's not.
Well, it's
right?
on Netflix, first of all. And,
Which do you like better, Ozark or Yellowstone?
oof, that's a tough
Or
call.
NFL football.
That's a tough call. I mean, they're both really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
And if you had a choice between either of those two and a football game that you were interested in, which do you choose?
Playing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, who's playing?
I mean, that is an important element, though, because unless it's the Packers, I'm probably going with one of the shows.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, this weekend, this is big games, man. Playoff weekend, those big games, man. I'm
Cincinnati
not missing those games.
at Tennessee, Buffalo at Kansas City. Our Moron Trivia game, Green Bay hosting San Francisco.
Right,
And then the other one is the Rams at the Buccaneers. So
right. And if
That's a good lineup.
I know. And if San Francisco were to beat the Packers,
That would
which
suck.
could happen,
You know,
it'd be.
Could.
I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen. And Tampa Bay win. That means the road to the Super Bowl goes through Tampa Bay again, baby.
Wow,
I love that. I'm a fan.
and who's Tampa playing?
The Rams. Be a big game.
Rams
I mean, the
will.
only big right. We got Burrow still playing.
Yeah, but-
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. The only great big $40 million quarterback that's not playing is Dak, right?
My preseason
Exactly.
pick to win the Super Bowl is still in Buffalo. So we'll see.
Hey, they looked
Yeah,
good,
we'll see.
man.
Yeah, they looked really good
They
against
looked
the
really good,
Patriots.
man. Yes, they did.
That was a fun game to see the Patriots get beat down like that.
I mean,
beat
right?
down.
Beat down.
Yeah, that was a beat down.
Yeah.
They scored every
Seven-
time
I
they
know.
had the ball.
First 7 possessions were touchdowns.
Yeah, when they only had 8, and the only reason they didn't score the 8th time was because the game was over.
They gave up. Now we're done.
Yeah,
It's over.
that
It was the only. Was it? Hold
great.
on. Was it? I forget what the stat is. I don't know if it was the only game ever, first time in 100 years, or whatever it was, where a team didn't have a. I'm gonna blow this. A punt, a field goal, or a turnover in an entire game, something like
Oh,
that.
really?
I don't know. It was some weird
I mean, they
stat.
looked good,
They
I'll
missed
tell you
2
that.
extra points, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's
Still.
not talk about how they suck. at
Yeah,
extra
my
points.
gosh, you missed 2 extra points and
What a
only won
crappy team.
47.
I know.
What was
I
it?
know.
17.
So Josh Allen's turned out to be a pretty formidable
Monster.
quarterback.
Monster,
Yeah, the
man.
quarterback nobody
Pretty-
wanted, man.
Pretty darn good. And it's kind of fun to see that in Buffalo because it's a small market. It's freezing cold all the time. Those fans are so devoted.
I know.
Love that team.
I love his
It's fun.
story that it took him forever before he played high school football. Then he had to play at a community
Josh
college.
Allen?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the only reason he got in, I think, there was because he had a family connection. And then Wyoming
Yeah,
was
Wyoming's up
scouting
at
somebody
Wyoming.
else and found him. I mean, the rest is history. Literally nobody else wanted him. I love Josh Allen's story.
Guy could throw the ball like 70 yards in the air, 75, something like that. He's got a
just a football.
strong arm. What?
Just a
a
football.
football? So there's nothing to that. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Uncle
Never
Rico.
mind then.
Got it.
Pat Gray.
And welcome to it. 888-900-3393. We've got more on trivia coming up in about half an hour. The big matchup today, 49ers, Packers. In and Lambo.
Yeah, game time temperature, I don't know, probably around 10 degrees or so.
Ooh, I don't know. I think they were saying like 6 to 7.
Oh, wow.
That's about what it was in Buffalo last week. I think
Right.
at kickoff it was 6 degrees.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was
Right
cold.
now it's -7 up there.
Ugh, 7 below 0.
Ridiculous. This is why
Incredible.
this need to be domed.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
The
I
stadiums
can't.
don't
No,
need
it's
to be
bull crap.
domed.
Yes, they do. It's ridiculous. These games are worth so much money. They have to go into Lambeau freaking Field.
Mm-hmm.
It's -40. Isn't it fun? No.
Yes, it is. It's
No,
cool.
it's
It's a man
ridiculous.
game. Men
It's
play it.
ridiculous.
It's a
Men
Let's go to
play
Buffalo.
a man's
Yeah, I
game.
hope the sleet washing off the Great Lakes in
Pat.
Buffalo is able to play. That's ridiculous.
Tell him it's a big guy sport.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. It is a big guy sport.
Yeah.
That's right, for men. All right? It's a big guy sport for men.
I am surprised of that take, of all of Jeffy's takes.
I know. What a dumb take.
Of all of Jeffy's
These
takes.
games are
It's a
worth way
sissy
too
take.
much. In the
These
NFL,
games are worth way too much.
In
They
the
need to be
NFL.
indoors. Played on a padded field so when they fall, it doesn't hurt.
well, they have that already. But
Oh, man. You know what else is going to be great is the Winter Olympic Games, which start in,
yeah, baby.
what, a
They
week?
come up the 4th, right? February.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's really soon now. Like a week and a half, 2 weeks,
Are they
something
still
like
going to
that.
do those, Jeffy?
I don't. I have no idea. I think we're too close now.
No,
for
we're
them to
absolutely doing
cancel.
it. They're absolutely
But
playing
I
them.
really don't understand why we are. I really don't. It makes no sense why we're sending our athletes to China for this.
There's going to be nobody at the venue because
Correct.
You can't be.
They've already canceled
They've
that.
already
No
canceled
crowds.
the fans,
Right.
and our announcers won't even be there.
Well, NBC has canceled a bunch of their announcers going over. They've got
Yes.
crew over there.
Well, they have to have the camera people.
They're already there. And the head
Mm-hmm.
of NBC Olympics or whatever is over there, but they've got a bunch of announcers that aren't going to show up.
no,
right?
they're going
Yes,
to broadcast from New York
Yeah,
or Connecticut.
And
Yeah,
our
that's how they
our
did it.
government is telling our athletes, don't use your cell phones, bring burners.
Yeah.
I mean, which is silly. I mean, like, do you think China is tracking you any less than we are? I think not. But okay, go ahead. Okay, all right. I bet you every one of those athletes have a TikTok account. And
Yeah,
I don't know
sure.
if you know who owns TikTok, but it ain't
Ah,
us.
this is Chinese.
Donald Trump tried to warn us.
I know. We've given up on that, though. Nobody
Yeah,
cares
I
about that
know,
now.
I know.
It's agonizing.
Molly Solomon, the head of NBC's Olympics production unit, cited concerns related to the coronavirus pandemic and talking about the decision to change plans with the games next week. Something significant has changed virtually every day for the last 3 months, she said. So that forced them to tell the play-by-play announcers to do this from New York,
Right.
or from the United States at least. With COVID's changing conditions and China's zero-tolerance policy, it's just added a layer of complexity to all this. And again, it's just making these games have a big question mark. And the biggest question mark is why? Why are you playing the games in China to begin with?
I mean, we're already and
Why?
we're not sending our ambassadors, right? So we've kind of
Oh,
slapped
yeah.
them in the face. So
Yeah.
if we pull out because of COVID, not because of the Uyghurs, that means we've covered all our bases, right? The ambassadors we already said aren't going because of the Uyghurs. Our athletes aren't going because of COVID. Have a nice day. The rest of the world can go do what you got to do if you want to show your athletes there. And I get it. The athletes want to participate and compete. I mean, I understand
And play
that.
all of your winter sports inside dome stadiums.
Right.
Have you seen the layout in China? It's amazing, the structures that they've built for these Winter Olympics, man. It's pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, that's
and
nice
many
of
of
the.
them are domed, by the way.
It's nice of the International Olympic Committee to give a communist country some make work projects by giving them the
know.
Olympics twice in, what was it? They just did
2008.
Right.
2008,
Well, how do they get the summer and winter Olympics?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's on the up and up.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It always
kowtowing.
is.
It's kowtowing to the Chinese. It is. That's what they're doing. That's what everybody does, and we continue to do it.
Yes.
And we do it in spite of the Uyghurs. I mean, the guy who said that he didn't care about the Uyghurs, he's just expressing an opinion that
Yeah, the
is
NBA.
actually
Yes.
held by an awful lot of people
Absolutely.
because they demonstrate it every day. They demonstrate it
Yep.
every
They
stinking
sure
day.
do.
So
Good times.
Yeah, good times. Very, very good times. Will the vaxxed and the unvaxxed get new definitions?
Ooh.
New definitions.
Got a little conversation here between Anthony Fauci and Bloomberg News, which should shed a little light on that.
Political. Should we be worried about future variants? And this person writes in, sometimes it feels like big pharma company are taking advantage of the situation. Let me ask you, and we'll go to Stefan on this. Like, how can we bridge the divide between believers and non-believers?
Oh, Fauci likes that.
Because there are some inherent non-believers that no matter what you say, are going to give you a real problem.
I hate those people.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and he does too.
Believers and non-believers in the vax. Here we go.
Problem. Okay.
Guess I'm a non-believer.
Just so tired of listening to that guy.
I know.
I don't care about a thing he says anymore. I don't care. He's proven that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's proven that he takes both sides of every issue.
He got his candle over there, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he even has his own candle.
Yeah, right.
Did you see? He's got his.
Did he show one off? One of these?
He's got one on his shelf in his office.
Oh,
he was speaking at
the
World Economic Forum, and he was whatever office he was in, whatever he was using, had all kinds of knickknacks up on the shelf. And back here is on the shelf is 3 of candles, and one of them was that one.
I'd be embarrassed.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
This guy.
I sent the
such
picture
a
in on
narcissist.
Wednesday, and so I'm sure it's not available now.
Well, it's not Wednesday, dude.
Oh,
It's Friday.
okay. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Wasn't available on Wednesday either. So.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? I mean, here's a calendar if you want me to check it for you every day you come in here.
Well, you think you can just cite a specific day and we'll have whatever available for you?
Come on, bro.
Yes, man.
I mean, that's
I'm
embarrassing.
sorry.
He is such a narcissist, this guy. He's got so if somebody gave him that candle as a gift, which I hope, of course, I could see him at CVS buying it of himself for himself.
I could see that too.
But if somebody gave it to him as a gift,
yeah.
you go, oh, thank you, and then as soon as they leave, I'll just be like, drop it in the garbage, because that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but he's
a narcissist, and he's going to show, look, they even got a candle for me.
well, he believes he's science.
Yeah, he sure does.
And I think he's starting to believe he is a saint.
He's a deity, yeah.
I think he actually believes
That's
it.
very possible.
You're right.
Now, if you're unvaxxed and you want to visit a museum in New York City,
That's no problem, right?
no,
You're a non-believer?
yeah, non-believers can't apply. You'll be arrested if you try.
Look at this.
Check this out.
A crowd of people.
What we're doing. Yep. God will judge you.
This is what we're doing.
God will judge you.
Okay, so they've got this guy under arrest, apparently.
All of them. All these people tried to get in without a vax passport.
That's unbelievable.
And then, oh, look, here comes a kid arrested for trying to go to a museum in New York City.
Yeah, they got a kid in custody. Little girl.
That is unbelievable.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
That sure is.
New York is lost.
NYPD should be embarrassed.
Yeah, New York is lost. Bye-bye.
Wow. Really hard to believe. I wouldn't have believed it, I think, unless
first of all, how is our African American community putting up with that?
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. No
Right.
kidding.
I mean,
Great point.
Holy cow.
Right.
I got a news flash here from the other room. It's actually Wednesday. It's not Friday. They have your Fauci picture right.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's on his desk back there. To his left.
Okay.
And the far one is his.
The far one is
the
that.
Fauci one, yeah.
That is
And Fauci candle.
so pathetic.
How embarrassing is that? Jeez.
Gross.
And nobody
awesome.
referenced it, though, I'm guessing, right?
Not outside of any of not regular media.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think a Fauci candle smells like? What do you think that what does it smell like?
I have a couple of ideas.
Yeah? Huh? Like
I do.
Like a barn?
Hey, I'm thinking maybe a cross between a monkey and a bat. Just off the top of my head.
Good one. I like it. Okay.
All right, let me tell you about CBDistillery.com. Does CBD work? Well, over 90% of doctors said their patients have used CBD to treat a health condition. 9 out of 10 patients using CBD. That speaks volumes about how safe and effective it really can be. Let me tell you about CBDistillery.com. They've got over 2 million customers, and they're the source I trust. When patients tell their doctors that they use CBD for help with their health conditions, what are some of those conditions? Well, sleeping. If sleeping is a problem, 90% of CB Distillery customers said they sleep better with CBD. If you got some kind of nagging discomfort, soreness, pain, 80% of customers said CBD helps with that. And if you're looking for a little peace and calm, you'd be wise to check out CBD. If you haven't discovered yet the power of CBD, you're missing out. Go to cbdistillery.com where you order online, no prescription required. Enter PAT, P-A-T, for 20% off. Again, PAT for 20% off at cbdistillery.com. That's cbdistillery.com. Not available in Idaho, Iowa, and South Dakota.
Pat Gray.
And welcome. Los Angeles charter schools quarantining unvaccinated students, barring them from campus.
Okay, segregation back in
they're
style.
not being arrested. Shut up.
The whole quarantine thing's still going on. Come on.
That's amazing.
New West Charter School in Los Angeles confirmed on Tuesday that management had implemented a vaccine and negative test mandate for students, and that a group of unvaccinated students had staged a sit-in on campus and refused to leave the school. Sit-ins always work. Sit-ins, die-ins, stand-ins, any of those ins.
Hunger strikes.
Hunger
They all
strikes.
work.
Oh, they work well.
Are those people dead yet? In
You know what?
DC?
I haven't heard a peep out
I
of
know.
it. I think they all stopped.
I think so too. They all got hungry. 3 of them left, and the rest of them were like, "Hey, where are they going?"
Somebody made a Mickey D's run and snuck it back in. Here, sneak a fry when the camera's not looking.
You know that happened, and they're all gone.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard a word about it.
Yeah, it's over.
I think it is over.
How'd you guys do?
It went about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
One of these guys went 2 hours.
But Newsom has already
So-
said, Newsom, right, the governor of California,
Yeah.
he has already, I think, come out and said that he's going to start revisiting a lot of these orders and mandates in the next couple
Yeah,
weeks.
and I thought they were going to drop them
Yeah,
all.
I thought so too.
Which is why this is, surprising, stands out a little bit because people are going the other way right
Yeah,
now.
big time. I
Jeffy,
mean,
is there anything that you would protest to the point of a hunger strike?
no.
Okay. I just didn't know if maybe
I
there was...
don't think there's a thing. I don't think there's a person, place, or thing. Hunger strike.
What if they're
That's
rounding
just
up fat
dumb.
people? What if they're doing that?
Well, then he's running.
Would you go on a hunger strike?
No, he's
then?
on the lam at that point.
I mean, it's possible I could do a sit-in
Okay.
for that.
Yeah,
They're rounding
but
up
you'd be
fat
eating
people.
while you're doing the sit-in.
Yeah. He didn't say hunger strike. He said sit in.
Right.
I don't know. I think, Jeffy, you've been losing some weight, man. I can tell.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that a fact?
Have you?
Yeah,
For real?
no.
It's obvious. You're definitely you're almost felt now. I'm
He's
being
almost felt?
svelte.
Oh, svelte.
Svelte.
Okay.
Either way, felt. It's one or the other.
One of those.
I'm just saying. I notice. So there, you're losing weight.
So how much have you lost? Do you know?
No, not exactly.
No? Okay.
Bull crap.
All right. You really don't know?
He knows.
I don't know the exact number. No,
Why won't you say it?
I don't know the exact number.
I haven't stepped on a scale in the last 2 hours. I don't know.
All right.
But anyway, you're looking good. And no, I'm not hitting on you, so don't make eyes at me.
Kind of seemed like he was, didn't
Yeah, I
it?
know.
It
That's why I
does.
had to.
Yeah,
I had
kind of
to
seemed like he did.
I know.
nip
Hit on
that
you
in the
just a little
bud.
bit. Yeah. Israel, number one per capita right now in infections. They're also, I believe, are they still the most vaccinated on the planet?
I think they are.
Quadruple
Most
vax,
vaccinated
baby.
and number one per capita in new infections.
Israel's got to be pretty close to New Zealand, right? As far as
They in
We
Australia.
had the
are
chart
at the
yesterday
tip
that
top.
showed, Israel and Australia way at the top, at least compared to the U.S. and the EU.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. The numbers comparing each country's 7-day running average put Israel at the very top of the list.
Lucky them.
But Israel was not truly, according to some of their experts, the country with the highest infection rate. Rather, he attributed the figures to Israel being a country that leads in the number of tests given. So there's always the excuse.
Yeah.
Well, we just test more. That's why we have a higher rate.
Now, wait a minute.
That's a good excuse.
Hold on. They made fun of Trump for saying slow down the testing. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And now that's their excuse for Israel being so infected?
Yes.
And I think you're right too, Keith, about wasn't it you that was talking about how we get all these home tests and that will flatten the
So that's my theory.
the curve
yeah,
on the
if you
positive
if you
tests.
get these home tests and you don't register your positive test, then all of a sudden the curve is flattened because nobody's reporting that they're infected. They're going to just call in sick, but it's not going to be logged anywhere. And then the Biden administration say, see, look, it worked. Re-elect us in 2022. See, the curve is flat, even though the infections could be out of control again. Who knows?
My answer to that re-election campaign, though, is no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. It's been a long year. Long 1 year.
So do the Republicans take the House and the Senate?
Year.
Yes.
And
I believe they do.
I mean, they have to.
And then Kamala Harris has to deal with
They have to.
with
He
the
said,
Republicans.
Yeah, I mean, he said even yesterday, his press conference the day before yesterday, that Kamala was going to be his running mate if he ran again, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
How much longer do you think this guy's
I
got?
mean, that's pretty much what you have to say, though. You can't go out and
Right.
say,
I mean, they say,
nope, I'm kicking her to the curb.
They say all kinds of things and then completely say the opposite. Just a while. I mean, that speech he made about the nuclear option in 2005, so passionate and so heartfelt and so powerful.
Right.
Now it's the opposite.
Yeah.
He believes exactly the opposite.
So he is now starting year 2 of 4.
Ooh.
Does he make it? Is he in there for the full 4?
Well, no, I didn't think he'd be. I don't think he'd make it till now. So I certainly don't think he'll make it till the
forced
end
out
of the first.
You think by
term.
his own party?
No, I think he's just incapacitated. That's what I
They'll
think.
find him. They'll find him in the corner at the White
sucking his
House,
thumb, rocking back and forth and sucking his thumb.
Telling us stories about Bo.
Somebody called Jill. Somebody called Jill.
More on trivia coming up next.
Upon the frozen tundra of the human mind, two teams go head to head.
How many weeks are in a typical year?
60.
60 weeks is really close.
In a brutal battle between brainless boobs.
What is SPF supposed to protect you from?
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Thank you.
And senseless buffoonery.
What direction does the sun rise?
In the West.
In the west. Oh.
Dullards versus dummies.
Name one landlocked state.
California.
Oh, California.
Man, that's a good guess.
Dopes versus dodos.
A menorah is usually associated with what religion? Voodooism? Pretty close.
Moron versus moron.
If you're in a selfie, who most likely took the picture?
Person in the middle?
The person in the middle.
In a monumental matchup of minuscule minds.
Who is the Speaker of the House?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on whose house you're talking about. Usually it's the wife.
Oh.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Here's our commissioner of Moron Trivia to tell us how the game works.
Well, we predict the outcome of an NFL game, and this week's game is the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers, the number 1 seed in the NFC during the playoffs. The 49ers are the 6th seed in the NFC, by the way, heading into
with a quarterback
Lambeau
they
Field.
don't want on their team anymore.
Well, when he wins the next game, they'll still enjoy him. Anyway, we call those local areas and look for convenience stores and other worker places in the greater areas and ask them questions. We ask 4 questions of each city each quarter, 4 quarters. The city that answers the most questions correctly, we predict will win that particular NFL game. And that's more on trivia.
Should be a good one. So we are trying to get a hold of somebody right now in Green Bay or the greater Green Bay area.
Greater Green Bay area is quite a large area.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's all of Wisconsin, frankly, because that's their only pro team. Well, pro football team.
Yeah.
And so, everybody from Green Bay to Milwaukee to Oshkosh, they all love them. They all love them. So pretty much anywhere is
The
fair
Dakotas.
game.
You could do that. You could go to Spokane, Washington. I mean, you just
Cleveland, Ohio.
Spokane, no.
Packers are a national brand, man. You can call just about any city in this nation, and you got yourself.
I
a
know.
Packer
Well, they're not
fan.
America's team, but they
Pretty
are
close.
a national brand.
They
No
really
doubt
are.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they really are.
That's why they need a dome.
All right, they do not need a dome.
Oh, no.
That's why
No.
they need a dome.
No. Did you see that Peloton is delaying its the opening of its $400 million U.S. factory?
Oh, no.
What's that all about?
Well,
They just hired a.
nobody wants their machines right now.
Yeah,
Really?
And they just hired a company to come in and help them revamp all their structure.
Is this no fallout from the
Yes.
commercial?
In part, yeah.
Yeah,
In part.
So dumb.
they had a bunch of recalls, and they had the
recalls.
accident. Yeah,
That was hard, yeah.
hurt them hard a lot.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the kid.
The weird thing, and then the recalls, and
Oh,
yeah.
And then
They've had some hard
Then they
things
had the Sex
happen.
and the City debacle.
What was the Sex in the City tomorrow?
Big died of a heart attack on the show after he overdid it on the Peloton.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah. Oh, spoiler alert. For Sex and the City. The new Sex and the City series, which, by the way, way too woke. Shouldn't have done it, but, not that I'm watching it.
Confirming
But,
still that there isn't a
watches
show
everything.
that he's not
He
watched.
watches everything.
But Big died, of a heart attack after he overdid it on Peloton with one of their big people, one of their big trainers. And Peloton, it was a big thing because they were like, oh, well, we're not aware of it. And then...
You mean in real life the guy died?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
on the
But
show.
Then they did an ad with the trainer, and they made up to Peloton and everything. But then now he's in trouble for all these past sexual assaults.
Oh,
And so the whole thing's gone to hell.
We just need a Jeffy TV segment. Right, where he just goes
yeah.
through
Some of
shows for
those
us. You and I are never going to watch.
We
He
get
can
caught
just
up
walk
on
us-
everything.
Walk us through every show ever made.
And he can, is the amazing thing. He can.
I don't even know who Big is. That's a
Yeah, I've heard the
Chris
term,
Noth.
but
Chris Noth, that's his name.
yeah. All right. So anyway, they're going to open this factory apparently in 2024 instead of next year in 2023. The warehouse and delivery centers have had their hours cut to 20 hours a week, from 40 to 20 hours a week,
Big time.
amid lower demand for exercise equipment. The news comes as Peloton plans to temporarily halt production of its bike and treadmill products, too, for several weeks amid plummeting demand.
golly.
So nobody's working out anymore. The bike, you just keep pedaling, and you don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that might be something they want to look
People
at.
finally caught on.
Yeah, they caught on.
Wait, I'm still in my living room.
I'm still here in the same place. I've been biking for what says 7 miles.
What a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's a whole Peloton lie.
I mean, you can only convince them for so long that no, your bike in your living room came with you.
And then I got in this treadmill and I started running, and I'm still
That's agonizing.
in my
right?
bedroom.
No,
How did this happen?
no reward.
No reward.
No
at all.
reward.
So-
Our economy is completely messed up. You and I were looking at the tweets that we got from Wesley D, the trucker. Remember this yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Off air, we were reading. He said a fellow trucker friend bought a new Kenworth T680 truck.
Oh, yeah.
A truck last spring for $153,000. Okay, so spring of
It's an expensive truck.
2021.
$153,000. All right.
Now it took 6 weeks before he could take delivery.
Okay.
So when he went to pick up the truck, the salesman told him he had purchased it just in time, as it's now listed at $173,000, so $20,000 more, just in a few
Wow.
weeks. In a few weeks, right? He was offered bumper to bumper 700,000 mile 7-year warranty if he purchased it within 100,000 miles or 1 year for $62.50. He called to purchase a warranty, but now it's up to $70.35. So now the warranty's gone up $1,000. But wait, there's more. The dealer told him bring his title with him. When my friend asked why, he was told he could sell his truck back to them. It's got 90,000 miles. He could sell it for $190,000. Remember, he bought it less than a year ago for $153,000.
And he could sell it back.
Yeah, but what's he going to drive?
Used for $190,000
with 90,000 miles. Yeah.
That's really
Our economy
that's something.
is
Yeah,
messed up.
that is really something. All right, we got Bonnie in Green Bay.
Shano.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Okay. Yeah. Us too. That's where we are.
Bonnie.
How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing good.
Good.
right.
Good. Sounds like you are. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
All right. Question number. Now, you can't ask for anybody for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, all right?
Okay.
Question number 1. In international politics, what does UN stand for?
United Nations.
There you
United
go.
Nations is
There you go,
exactly
there
right.
you go.
Exactly right. Question number 2. Pope Francis is current leader of what popular religion?
Catholic.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Number 3. In Celsius, what temperature does water boil? In Celsius.
In Celsius.
Nobody knows
this. Nobody knows.
80 degrees.
80 degrees is a good
That's
guess.
right there.
It's actually 729 degrees.
Right.
Yeah, so because it's Celsius, you keep that in mind. Okay. What is another word for perspiration?
Sweat.
Hello.
Man,
Indeed.
she is incredible.
You nailed it.
Bonnie.
Way to go. 3 out of 4. Has anybody ever gotten 3 out of
No.
4? I don't think that's ever happened in the history of the game.
You'd be correct.
Yeah. So we're going to send you the home version of our game psychically. And I just did. All right. Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you.
All right, take
Go
care.
Pack.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I'm out of here.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Was it 3?
Yes. 3.
Yeah, she got 3. Okay. So not bad.
Stupid. You
Good
didn't know
job
the
there.
Celsius.
80. 18.
Thank you.
All right. In Celsius, what temperature does water boil?
I think
Riddle me that, Batman.
100.
I think it's 100.
It
right?
is 100.
Yeah.
It is 100. All right. I just wanted to make sure you knew because he didn't. I don't think Jeffy did.
I
Jeffy
should have let
didn't.
it.
Okay, first of all-
Sorry, didn't let you
First of
answer.
all-
First of all, it's Celsius.
I don't
It's
care.
metric.
Thank you.
Right. It doesn't. There's no way to know. Okay, we've established that.
Thank you.
There's no way to
So
know.
let's just move on.
Right. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We were talking about the Peloton thing. You know, the other problem with Peloton is you buy this. You excuse me. I'm just
somebody else.
motioning. Okay, because I'm very passionate about Peloton.
Yeah.
You buy the stupid machine for what, $4,000 or more?
Wow.
I mean, they're expensive.
And then.
Jeffy's got a Peloton.
There's
How much are they?
There's the monthly deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like $40 or $50 or $60
Yeah.
a month on top of that.
Yeah.
Every month that you have to pay for this instructor.
Yeah, but you get to brag, you know,
And you get the instructors, yeah, you get-
online. You get to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
look at me! I'm faster
Look at
than
me.
you, sucker."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's quite a racket.
I know.
I mean, Peloton has had their way with America for a while.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Didn't even buy us.
On Cyber Monday, Peloton sold more than 23,000 bikes, but the next day that number dropped to barely 2,000 sold. In one day, it went from 23 to 2.
Yeah, but I mean, the big promotion, you'd expect it to go
Down?
up and down. Yeah.
Yeah, but perhaps not that much of a decline.
Yeah, but
because that's
I mean,
pretty serious.
2,000
That's a lot.
Pelotons in a day doesn't sound like a bad day to me. Now,
Yeah, when they do cost a lot.
Yeah.
That's true. They do cost a lot, and then you get the added benefit of paying every month. Jeez.
But there's plenty
real
of other
racket.
companies out there now that are doing this, right? So, I mean, they also have a lot of competition now.
Yeah.
And some big stars doing ads for those other companies. So,
And they've had a lot of issues. So,
Yes.
things are going to be
Yes.
rough for them for a while, it looks like. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Here's an interesting chart reflecting young athletes around the world that shows young athletes around the world dying or collapsing. So they either collapsed or they collapsed and died in 2021. And here, do we have the chart available?
I don't know. It's not Wednesday. I honestly have no idea at this point. And the camera cut to me and not a chart, so I'm assuming no.
now, did some of these people actually collapse and die?
Yeah. This is
Just collapse.
So we have nearly-
Or did they die and then collapse?
We have nearly 300 deaths. We have 167. Nearly 300 collapses, and what is it? 167 deaths.
167 have died, yes.
And just a strange
Yeah.
phenomenon going on.
Is there any
around.
commonality
bizarre.
between all of these
They're
athletes?
athletes and they're young. That's all I
They're
know.
athletes, they're young, And
that's all we know. That's literally
that's all we know.
That's all we know, Jeffy.
Really?
And there it is.
I thought there
look
was
at
something
that.
else.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What
bro?
did you think there was?
What are you?
I
What
thought
are you saying?
that they were all.
What are you saying? Don't say it if you're not saying it, because I don't know what you're saying. I just know that athletes are dying around the world, and there are a lot of requirements in a lot of these leagues if they want to continue to play in these leagues, and then
they have to do certain things.
That's what I thought. I thought there was some medical commonality.
No idea what you're talking about.
All right, let's go to Chris in San Francisco area. Hey, Chris. Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Yes. Are you there? Yes. Hi.
Yes.
Hey, we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Sure. What's
all right?
What's the answer?
Well,
can't ask
we're going
anybody
to
for
ask you
help.
for.
Yeah,
well,
you're
we're going to
gonna
ask
give
you
us
for
the
the
answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
All right. You can't ask anybody for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess, all right?
Okay.
Question number 1. In international politics, what does UN stand for?
United Nations.
Boom.
Sure does. Pope Francis is the current leader of what popular religion?
Roman Catholicism.
Whoa,
exactly
you're
right.
absolutely
nice.
right.
I think
there.
that's the actual name of the
Yes, it
church
is.
as well. Question number 3. In Celsius, what temperature does water boil?
Can you repeat that?
In Celsius, what temperature does water boil?
Nobody knows that.
0 degrees.
Zero.
degrees.
Yeah, that's close. That's
Almost.
almost.
31.6. 31.6.
Okay.
And question number 4. What is another word for perspiration?
Sweat.
Sweat is exactly right. Yep. 3 out of 4. I don't think anybody's ever gotten 3 out of 4.
No, they have
Never
not.
happened.
No one
That's
has.
never happened
Not
in the
within the
history of the game. So,
Chris, that was huge.
congratulations.
Not within the last 5
Chris.
minutes.
Chris, are you a
Okay,
49ers fan?
Oh, yeah, I love football.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
love it. I'm a lackey. I love football.
Yeah, baby.
Who's your favorite player on the 49ers?
Joe Montana.
I'm getting the impression that Chris doesn't really enjoy
I
football.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
It's disappointing.
all right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris.
But good job
All right,
with
guys.
that, man.
Have a great
Have a good
weekend.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Night.
I know they got the
Have a
new
good
Montana
night?
documentary coming out pretty soon too, right?
Really?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right.
I know.
There's a Joe Montana documentary?
Yeah, it's coming out. One of the streaming networks is going to have it up and running.
Like, what don't we know about Joe Montana?
I know.
Are you familiar with a few years
I
ago,
don't know.
someone
I
broke
don't
into
know
his
what
house?
we don't know about Joe Montana. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Somebody kidnapped his grandchild in their house while they were in it once a few years ago. I remember this, yeah. And like
Did they get him back?
They stopped the lady from leaving the house with the kid. It was just the strangest story.
That is weird.
Well, you don't mess with Joe Montana, man. What are you talking about?
No, that's weird. Huh. Strange.
I loved him as a kid, man.
Joe Montana?
Yes.
I met Joe Montana at Tampa International Airport once.
Oh, yeah?
That's my
Congratulations.
brush
Nice
with
guy.
strangers
Don't ruin it
with
for
Joe
us, though.
Montana.
Was he nice?
Was he?
Prick.
What?
Pissed me off.
What?
Guy just kept walking.
Yeah, right.
All right.
It's you.
Oh,
I would have kept
stop
walking
it.
if I saw you, too.
Oh, stop it. I don't say the word. Okay.
Right. Well, we had to dump it.
Oh, shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
What?
You shut up.
Wait, what word did he say? I missed it.
We'll tell you off the air because we don't want to dump again. We only got so much dumping we can do.
Write that quote down. We got so much dumping we can do. I totally missed it.
Let me tell you about Keeps.
My hair's out of control, bro.
No doubt.
Your hair is out of control?
Look at that.
Look at this thing. Man.
Oh, my gosh. Look at all that hair.
I know.
Look at that luxurious head of hair.
It's a mane, baby.
Yeah. It has worked for Keith. It has regrown hair, and it does about 66% of the time. 90% of the time, it stops
my head
hair
in
loss.
that bad boy.
Yeah, you got to try it. Now you want people to know about Keeps. You want them to share your success, and Keith has even not been wearing his hat as much as he usually does, so he can show off his luxurious mane right now. But it is fantastic because you just go online, you answer a few questions, and
they're so personable.
You post some pictures. These are personable people, as Keith just told us. Plus, you can get a hold of your doctor if you need to. If you have any questions, if you got any concerns.
Easy.
You just message your doctor, and they'll get back to you. And so, I mean, this is a great process. Track your progress as you go. So with Keeps, you get quality, expert care without visiting a doctor's office or pharmacy. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of the hair you have, Keeps has you covered. Hair loss stops with Keeps. Right now, to get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/Pat. 50% off your first order. KEEPS, keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We had the big NFL football playoff weekend.
Yeah, baby.
We are in the midst of the Packers 49ers Moron Trivia contest. 3-3 so far.
After one quarter.
3-3 after one.
You feeling good about the Packers' chances?
Oh, of
going
course.
all the way?
Yeah, they're 13-4. This should be the year. If it's not the year, there's not going to be a year for a long time for the Green Bay Packers. So I'm afraid this might be their last chance with Aaron Rodgers.
I know.
Might be.
Where's he going to go next year?
I don't know. I do know we have Sarah, though, somewhere in Wisconsin. Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
Where in Wisconsin are you?
What was that?
Where are you in Wisconsin?
Oh, I'm in De Pere.
Oh, okay, us too. Yeah, us too. And are you a Packers fan?
Kinda.
Kind of?
As much as any girl really can be.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so mostly girls aren't into the football thing is what you're saying to us, right? All right.
I know, but Aaron is so cute.
We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
If you don't know the answer, just take a guess. You can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Okay.
Question number 1. What does the acronym EPA stand for?
I have no idea. No, I'm panicking.
No? Okay.
Knows that.
Eating parsley a lot. So that's...
Did we lose
Oh,
her?
no. Did we lose her?
Oh.
Was that it? That scared her off. Seriously?
Oh, no.
The EPA scares a lot of people off.
That scared her off.
Oh, she said she had a customer or
You
something had
got
to go?
to be
That's an F, baby.
kidding me.
Boy.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
That's an F.
That's not good
That's
for
a
the Green Bay
forfeit the
Packers.
quarter for the Green Bay Packers.
Ah, boy.
Oh, boy is right.
That's not good.
The Aaron Rodgers
The
legacy is
Green
fading
Bay,
fast. As
The
far as
frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. The Green Bay Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, left the game because he had COVID toe.
That's true.
That doesn't sound like, the old 1960s,
No, it doesn't.
1950s and 60s football players. You wouldn't have heard about a lot of COVID
those
toe
guys
back
were
in the
super
day.
gluing toes back on.
And I've got COVID toe, so I'm not going to play. Okay. All right. He actually denied, though, that he had COVID toe, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he took his, that's right, he took his shoe and sock off and
Put
showed
his
his
foot up
toe.
on the desk. Yeah.
It's so strange that COVID toe was supposedly a real thing.
Yeah.
Had no idea. I didn't get COVID toe. Did you?
Yet.
Yeah. Well, yet. That's
I
true.
got COVID legs.
It's true.
Remember that?
No, what does that mean?
I don't
Oh,
get
yeah,
the
you had
rash.
What
some
happens?
kind of rash
Oh, yeah,
or
the
something,
rash.
right?
Okay.
And
And
I
we're
had
sure
somebody
that's
reach
from
out.
COVID.
Yeah.
You'd walk through the brush in the backyard.
No, it's from Glitter Kingdom. So I had a listener reach out, said that he had a rash, and he thought it was just in his mind that it was related to COVID too, and so he was grateful that I had pointed that out.
That's
and,
what the
and
internet does.
Mm.
That's what the internet does.
What, it
right
brings
there.
us- it brings us
it
COVID
brings
legs
brings all the weirdos together.
Yeah,
that's true.
And we didn't,
it really does.
And we didn't even have to go to one of your sites.
I'm feeling like a girl. Me too.
So, can you get COVID a third time? Have we heard about anybody who's had it three
I don't
times?
know. That's a good
Keith has
question.
had it twice.
Yeah.
Glenn's had it twice. You and I have both had it once.
Yeah.
Can you get it 3 times?
I don't know what the point of
I'd like to hear about that from anybody who's had it 3 times. Give us a call.
I don't know what the point of antibodies is at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
it, does,
Yeah, 'cause
doesn't
it
seem to do any
affect,
good,
right?
does
That's
it?
what Fauci was talking about in one of the World Economic
I think they have created such a Frankenstein.
Yeah, that it doesn't.
That the SARS immunity lasted, as we know, for a minimum of 17, 18 years.
Right.
But mine lasts a year?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we are in for a ride of every kind of variant, and it's just going to be a seasonal thing now.
Yep. I think we're just in it.
Yeah.
Now. And we just live with it.
Once you're in it.
That's the theme of the show this week. We're just going to have to live with it. 888-900-3393. More on Trivia continues next.
Pat Gray.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We mentioned at the beginning of the show that Meatloaf died. His family has not said what he died of. However, it's being reported by multiple agencies that he died of COVID-19.
Yeah. I mean, just tell us.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't either.
Unless you don't want to contribute to the battle of vaccines or not vaccines or masks or not masks, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
People.
I don't
know if that's a thing.
Talking about
I don't know.
vaccines and death?
Is that a thing?
I haven't heard.
No. Okay.
Huh.
You haven't heard anything about that?
Not
the
at
vaccine talk? Yeah.
Not at all.
You'll have to educate. We were just talking about the athletes.
Yeah, the athletes that were collapsing around the world.
Yeah, for no apparent reason.
Right. What are you talking about? Something about vaccines related to something? I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I guess nothing.
Are you saying 167 athletes died after receiving what? After not wearing a mask?
I was just saying that.
It's not
was
that.
wondering
I'll
what
tell you
the
what. I'll
common
tell you something.
thread was
Okay.
between
You're
the
wondering about a common
collapses
And I'll tell you what the
threads,
common
yes.
thread is. Those 167 deaths, those athletes were not wearing seatbelts. Okay?
Oh.
They were not wearing seatbelts when.
Do we know that? Is that
when
a
they died.
fact?
Yeah,
That is a fact.
That's
None
a
of them
fact.
had seatbelts
so
on.
that's
All
probably
right, well.
the commonality.
Plus, they're all athletes, and maybe they shouldn't have been. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what
saying.
kind of limb you're going out on.
Were
Be
they
careful.
wearing shoes made by Uyghurs? I don't know.
Probably. Odds are yes.
Do Uyghurs make shoes?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I would honestly. I
honestly don't know.
I would like a list, and I'm being sincere, of products that Uyghurs are forced to make in those labor
it's
camps.
the cotton, right? It's the cotton field, so it's the cotton that companies use for their product.
So it's Chinese cotton?
Yeah.
We
From
should
that-
not be
from
buying
that-
Chinese
So
cotton.
I think it's just a safe. Just be safe. If you want to protest China, then you just don't buy anything from China, right? And just assume it's from the worst conditions.
And that's
possible.
pretty much every product that
good
you
luck
could
with
buy.
that, I know.
So
Easier
good luck
said
on
than
that.
done.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. It's really hard. If you wanted to be committed like that, you wanted to be like an
good for
NS,
you. Yes,
NS
I know.
Cantor activist who just really, really strongly believes in this stuff and backs it up with action. That would be hard to do. It would be really hard to do.
And he's got. And I'm not taking anything away from him, but he has the money where if he wanted to seek out
He
alternative
can, yes,
products, he has
true.
no problem budgeting that in theory.
Very true.
Correct.
Yes, because I haven't seen Ennis's salary, but I'm guessing it's north of $20 million a year.
Really?
So,
Well, I mean, what do you know what the average American worker makes per year?
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Because I see where a professor at Wharton.
This is unbelievable. This is an amazing story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wharton
What is it?
had tweeted out saying, I asked Wharton students what they thought the average American worker makes per year.
What they think. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
What do you think the average American worker makes per year and the average Wharton student? This is Wharton Business School at Penn.
25% of them.
This is an Ivy League school.
25% of them.
Okay.
Thought it was over six figures.
The average.
The average.
Okay.
And one of them
And one of them thought
$800,000.
He's so great.
$800,000.
All right, let's go to Rom in San Francisco to finish up the second quarter, I believe. Hey, Rom.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Yes.
All right, you can't ask anybody for help. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess.
Yeah, you're nobody now.
All right,
Okay.
good. Question number 1. What does the acronym EPA stand for?
Oh,
EPA. That's a tough one. Nobody's ever gotten it right.
Well, they have.
Dating clear back to 10 minutes ago.
Call later, sir.
What?
You call later. I have no answer.
Yeah, the letter. He doesn't know.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's emergency party attitude, just for your future reference.
don't worry about it.
Emergency party attitude. Question number 2. If you're in Texas, What direction do you need to travel to reach Montreal, Canada?
Canada.
Excuse me?
Travel.
Canada.
Yeah,
yes.
if you're in Texas.
If you're in Texas, what direction do you have to travel to get to Ontario, Canada?
Get to
or Montreal, Canada?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, it's right there.
Up. You have to go up.
Up and over, actually.
Yeah.
Do you want to get
Question number
technical?
3. In the sequence 7, 14, 21, what number comes next?
You got this, Ron.
This is all you, man.
You got this. 7,
He's answering.
14,
21. And what's the next number?
7,
14, 21.
28.
Yeah!
There it is.
We're going to give it to him.
Rob.
Nick of time. Just in the
Hold
nick
your
of
hand,
time,
but
Ron.
he got it.
Good job. All right.
Hold on.
One more question.
One more, and then
One
we're all done. Name one professional sports team.
Eliza boxing.
The what?
The what? I'm not.
Eliza
familiar
boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You could go with cricket. Yeah, there's a cricket team out there, I'm sure.
We would have accepted the Pocatello Squirrels. That's one. That would be one.
Say though, it might be a team.
So,
Wait. What was his team? He said, I think he said.
What was the actual team
He said,
that he said?
Elijah Boxing.
Elijah Boxing.
That's what I heard.
thinking it's not a professional team, but neither are the Pocatello Squirrels.
Hey, but you got one.
And we would have taken the Pocatello
taken it.
Squirrels. Yeah.
All right.
So-
Well, Rom, congratulations. You were awesome. Probably our best contestant ever. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks for playing our game.
so
All
much.
right, man.
Man,
Bye-bye.
Take care.
That may be enough for San Francisco to
I know.
hold on.
That pushes them over the top.
Wow, nice job with the
4-3
math.
at halftime.
I don't like that at all.
You don't like
that.
Ron's
no,
math?
No. So it's 4-3 now.
Yeah.
At the half.
Ooh, 49ers
4-3.
leading the pack.
So not good.
So there's that.
Good.
There's
Your girl let us down in the second quarter.
Which badly. And she sounded like she was going to be
I
fine.
know.
Yeah.
And then one question about the EPA, and she's gone.
If
She's
she had
out.
only held out, she would have gotten the Pocatello Squirrels.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so too. All right. Let me tell you about preborn, because abortion is the leading cause of death in the United States. Can you believe that? It is the leading cause of death in the United States.
Just for babies, though, right?
No, for all people. For people.
That's shameful.
I mean,
That
it's
is
over
shameful,
cancer,
actually. It is
over
horrible.
heart disease, over everything, abortion. Since Roe v. Wade, 63 million babies have been aborted. 63 million babies. Nearly 1 in 4 pregnancies don't choose life. It's really sad. It's really tragic. And we don't pay nearly enough attention to it, but you can help right now. Preborn takes women who are considering abortion and provides them with a free ultrasound. And that ultrasound costs $28. You can sponsor one ultrasound to save one baby's life for $28. $140 sponsorship gives 5 babies a chance at life. All the gifts are tax deductible. Now, there's a bigger category here if you could afford it. An ultrasound machine will save countless lives for years to come. These life-saving machines cost $15,000, more than most can afford. So your donation would place a machine in a needy women's center if you were able to do that. But whatever you can, if it's $1, that would be helpful. So help us save as many babies as we possibly can. To donate, dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, and the keyword is baby. Or go to preborn.com/Pat. Was that the is that the Pocatello Squirrels mascot that you had right there?
I had it, and then it went off the screen.
Darn it.
Oh, no.
Keith just found the Pocatello Squirrels mascot.
This is a squirrel in Pocatello laying down, gnawing on a nut, and now it's gone.
That's their mascot.
If I find it, I will play, because it's
You
a hysterical
were talking about
picture.
abortions, but today's the big March for Life in D.C., too.
Oh,
the
that's right.
49th annual March for Life going on in D.C.
That's right.
So, I mean...
They were saying, and I was like, what? And then it hit me. There really is a chance. They were saying this might be the last March for Life in the Roe v. Wade era.
Oh, interesting. That could be a good thing.
I mean, when you stop at I just got chills thinking about that. That the Supreme Court could actually overturn it.
Do we have faith in that?
There it is.
I don't. But
We have faith.
Pocatello squirrels.
But
right
do you have
there.
faith in the squirrels?
And an email I just got.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Look at there. Oh, look how.
There it
Why is
is.
that? He's laying down, posing for the camera. What a strange.
That is weird.
Pocatello.
How else are you
stuff.
supposed to gnaw on your nuts?
It's a good point.
I just ask good questions.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Just asking
You answer
questions.
it. I'm not answering that question.
All right, we've got Kelly to start out the third quarter in Wisconsin. Hey, Kelly. Oh, we lost her.
Oh, no.
We were just getting to know
Oh,
Kelly,
no.
and we lost her.
That's
or him.
Kelly.
Him or her. Kelly's kind of ambidextrous,
Yeah,
right?
yes, it
Good
is.
point.
Can go either way.
Yes, it is.
Gender neutral, as it were, if you will.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right. Now we got hey, Courtney.
Could go either way.
I can hear you.
Hi.
Oh, okay, Courtney.
Courtney, are you where in Wisconsin are you?
Appleton. I actually work at Denny's. You called Denny's.
Yes, hello. Thank
we
you.
knew
Right
that.
there.
Sure, right
Gotcha.
there. Denny's. In where?
Appleton.
Appleton.
Duh.
Sure. Yeah,
Right
yeah.
there.
Love Appleton, Wisconsin. It's really awesome this time of year. Are you a Packers fan?
No, it's not.
It's
Are
not.
you
No,
kidding
it's
me? I
right.
got up
I
at
know.
5
That's right.
this morning, and I go out to my
Damn
car,
cold.
and my gauge doesn't even go above cold because it's that cold outside.
That's cold.
I know.
When your gauge doesn't
Doesn't
go
go
above
above
cold.
I don't know
I
what
know.
you're talking
That's
about.
cold. Yeah.
Right. I'm with you, Courtney.
All right, Courtney, we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Sure, I'll try.
Okay. You can't ask anybody for help.
Careful.
Uh-oh.
No,
yeah,
boy.
no, don't ask anybody for
Can't
help.
ask anybody
This
for
is
help.
just you, baby. Okay?
So no whispering back and forth with your friend there.
Yeah.
All right, question number.
Actually, my boss, but that's okay.
Well, I'll tell your boss to back off and go do some bossing somewhere.
Question number 1. What is the energy source that electric cars use to run on?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Don't ask for help.
Courtney.
That one I do not know.
Yeah, it's
Pixie
okay.
dust.
Pixie dust.
Yep.
What,
That's
are we
it.
fairies?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would
Oh.
think so if you're to listen to the left.
Oh, this
You would
is
think
Green
so.
Bay, not San Francisco.
All right, question
Oh,
number 2.
right.
On a clock, if the hand is on the 12, the big hand is on the 12, the little hand is on the 3, what time is it?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Hello.
Nice job.
She's insulted.
That's about the time I get done today.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Working through a couple of busy shifts, but next
Yeah.
question.
Question number 3. What do most of us call the facsimile machine?
Facsimile machine? The
Yeah.
fax machine?
There
Fax
you
machine
go,
is
baby.
exactly right. And question number 4. Half a decade is how many years?
6.
Oh, it's so close. Gosh darn it.
3.14.
3.14. I thought a decade is 10. Oh, 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. Oh.
There you go. I think we just saw
Now
the light
you
bulb
hit
go
it.
off.
All right, Courtney, have a great weekend. Are you a Packers fan, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Good. They're going to win this game against the 49ers this weekend?
Oh, probably not.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
Wow. You're not
I
a
know,
confident
I'm
Packer
so
fan.
Sorry, but
Why do you
Not-
think that?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're just down
I
on
know,
the
it's a bad
Packers?
feeling.
I'm not sure. Usually when we hit the playoffs, that's when Rodgers starts to suck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Courtney.
Well, let's hope that's
I'm
not the
with
case
you.
this time.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Courtney.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
I'm a little worried, though, too,
I
with
know.
Courtney. I'm a little concerned
I
because
know.
usually when they go into the playoffs and they're the number 1 seed, I don't know, something happens to them.
They had this week off. They've been sitting there just on their hands.
You
doing
remember
nothing.
the 15-1 season where they were 14-0? I think they lost their last game of the regular season, something like that. And then they had the bye week, and then they lost the
Yeah,
first
that was
stinking
it.
week of the playoffs. I'm a little concerned about that.
How many did she get, by the way?
She got 9. 9 correct.
9
so
correct.
it's 12-4 now, and the Niners have no chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Mathematically
Yeah, it's weird.
impossible.
My 9 was 2.
Me too. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, she didn't get pixie dust. She did get the time correct.
And she got the
got
fax.
machine. Okay.
Like I
yes,
said,
she
my
got 2.
9 was 2.
Okay.
So it's 5-4. 5-4 Packers.
5-4, but
In
if
the
we
lead.
don't get San Francisco to play this quarter, we revert back to halftime.
Shut up.
Just telling you what happens. Just telling you what happens.
That is true. It is true. So if for some reason we can't get somebody on the line, San Francisco would win this game.
That's correct.
So please get somebody on the line.
I mean, they may anyway. San
In the
Francisco
Bay
may
Area.
knock the third quarter out of the park.
They might.
Never know.
It's possible.
So anyway, back to the Wharton School of Business, just for you know, all grins and giggles. So the actual
So they asked
average
these
American worker.
Wharton students. Now this is the most prestigious business school in America.
I mean, we've had a former president who went there.
We did, yes, Donald J. Trump went to Wharton Business School.
And proud of it.
So
And he should be.
They're guessing the average salary of Americans here. Most of them said, well, 25% of them
25% said over six figures.
over six figures.
And
one of
one-
them says 800,000 a year.
Come on now.
Oh, see, that shows his perspective,
It
though.
does show his
or her
perspective.
They probably grew up in a very wealthy family around very wealthy people in a very wealthy neighborhood. Went to a school where everybody's
Yep.
rich, and they think 800 grand is the norm.
Right, that's average.
That's average. Sure.
How
yeah.
could you even think about living?
It's actually kind of humorous to think that they've grown up that way and they
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, really, have you not been exposed to life at all?
At all?
That's amazing. That's really amazing. So, did anybody guess right?
It doesn't say. It was just a tweet from her. And
now the average salary is what? 40,
she claims it's 45.
45,000.
I would have actually said lower than that.
45 or 50, I think, right now, somewhere in there. So, it is not 800,000.
No, it is not. My guess would have been like 33 or 34,000, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
she claims in the tweet that it's 45.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
Still,
But again,
that's not
perspective.
800,000.
Perspective on Wharton Business
Yes.
School students. That's interesting. It'd be interesting to ask somebody at, say, a community college, what's the average American salary? And I think you might get a little closer to home there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're still waiting. We only have 7 minutes.
Oh, boy.
We need somebody from San Fran to get on the line.
That's getting nervous here.
Getting nervous.
Oh, boy, I know.
5-4 Packers. But if we can't get somebody from San Francisco, we revert to the last quarter, which would be 4-3 San Francisco.
Yeah.
And that is unacceptable. So, our last Moron Trivia before I got sick and got COVID.
Was
And
correct.
all of you guys was right.
Yes,
and we thought
that
it
was
was going to be
correct.
wrong. Remember,
Yes.
remember that? Who was it?
Yes.
I don't remember the matchup.
Was it
But it was
I have it.
Miami?
I have it. No, it was St.
It was shocking.
Louis. Right.
Louis.
Dolphins over the Patriots.
St. Louis doesn't have a team.
Dolphins over the Patriots. Dolphins over the Patriots.
Dolphins over the
I was
Patriots.
thinking it was
Okay.
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I keep
The
calling
Cardinals
them
are in
St.
Los
Louis,
Angeles
right?
now.
No, they're
Again.
actually
they're not.
in
They're in
Arizona.
Arizona.
Oh, they're in Arizona. Right. Right. That's right.
Let me tell you about the Oakland Raiders.
Jeez.
I know.
The Oakland Raiders back in my day.
It's hard to keep track.
You see where you see
I
there-
cannot call the LA Chargers the LA Chargers.
I know.
Except for right there.
I know. And when I see the Arizona
I
Cardinals,
always think San
I'm like,
Diego.
I think St. Louis. I'm sorry.
Hey, Corby, who
Yeah.
do the Baltimore Colts play this weekend?
There
But did you
should
see-
be Baltimore Colts.
Speaking of the Raiders, I can't believe that they're not giving what's his face the head coaching job there.
What's whose face?
The guy that was their coach for the last half of the season got him into the playoffs.
Oh, he didn't get the
Florio,
job?
Whatever his name is.
Yep.
They haven't said.
Oh.
I can't believe that they're just not giving it to him. But I did see where there was a report that Harbaugh was going to get that gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which Harbaugh? The
Michigan.
Michigan's
University of
Harbaugh.
Michigan.
Oh.
Jim Harbaugh, yes.
So he's going back to the NFL.
There's rumors stating that he's open to it.
I bet he is. They were paying what's his Gruden $10 million a year.
Right.
So he's got to be making right around there, though, isn't he? Isn't he making $10, $11 million at Michigan?
But he cut back a lot throughout this COVID era.
Oh, that's right.
Because he donated a bunch of money, which is
a public
fine.
servant,
which is good.
and he
which is great for
was
him.
getting crap
I don't
for
know
people.
how much he got the last time he was in the NFL, right? But I mean, he was making some bank in the NFL before he went to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
interesting.
I'm sure he's making more than $45,000 a year.
Not only just slightly north of that. But not only did Gruden get fired, they fired Mike Mayock too, the general manager at for the Raiders, who used to work at NFL Network.
And now, they're looking at there's several teams that are looking for GMs and head coaches. Those are okay. Good luck.
I'm worried. I don't think we're going to make it.
Well, I'll make you smile with an animal video.
Person.
We got an animal video here. We got a new Jedi join the Force. Look at there. You got a cat that's well trained. Look at that. Wasn't that impressive?
CGI.
What do you mean CGI?
CGI.
That is a Jedi.
It's a Jedi cat.
It's a Jedi cat.
Where does the second one come from?
Okay, don't do that.
Okay, don't.
I had the same thought. He
don't
just
do
pulled
that.
it out of his back pocket. Did that help you any?
No,
You don't
it didn't
like
help
that?
me at all. That did not help
I
me at all.
mean, I let you go with the squirrel and the nut.
Now the squirrel was good, and the nut.
Yeah, I tweeted that out with the Jeffy quote, and again, just to make sure I have this right, Jeffy is quote: "How else are you supposed to?"
How else are you supposed to?
We
got it the first time.
Is that right?
We got it.
There he is. Well, I'm just showing the picture that goes with it.
All right, so I guess we declare we're predicting with Moron Trivia because we have to revert to last quarter.
Y'all still calling San Francisco, right?
If you can surprise us, if you can get it by 57:30, then we could try it. But we're going to need a little time, So it looks like the 49ers are going to be the
and that would not
winners of
actually
this game.
surprise me for San Francisco.
Yeah, it wouldn't
to pull this
surprise me
out.
that much either. But I'm
Just
still
hand the
holding
ball
out
to
some hope.
Debo and let him do his thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's good.
All right,
He's good.
fine.
Walt Disney World. Disney World raising their prices at their theme parks.
You're going there in like a week.
I'm
Just in
going
time for
next
you.
a week from today.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
going to Disney a week from today.
Are you really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're hosting, dude.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Get your butt in here,
Yeah.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
No. You just healed up.
Most magical place on earth is being rebranded as the most expensive place on earth by angry customers
All
who
over.
are pissed off at Disney for raising their prices. Now,
I bet.
Disney.
Now, some of this was reported already that they were going to do this.
Well, they're crying poor mouth. They're saying they're on the verge of extinction. And they said if they had to shut down the park again, they'd never be able to reopen.
My question to that is,
That's what they said.
are they?
Yeah, I wonder too, but that's what they're saying. They're saying it was
Hold on a
so
second.
bad for them when they shut down that they couldn't do it again.
I mean, the park brings them money, but they have parks all over the world.
I don't doubt.
I know.
Look, I don't doubt that it costs a lot of money to run those theme parks.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I also don't doubt that the money they make from Marvel can hopefully
that's separate.
cover
Tide
some
them
of it,
over?
right?
That's separate income for them, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they cross the streams like that.
You need to.
I don't know how their financial
I think
system
that's
works.
where we're
but
at, is that we're not crossing those streams.
Honestly,
that
no.
could well be.
And I'm sure Glenn back down the hall, who does a cute little show after this one here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he would agree with this statement. They shut down Disney World. That is akin to shutting down the country. The United States is officially over at that point.
Absolutely.
That's right. Well, they did shut it down, though.
No, I mean permanently.
Permanently? Oh,
it's gone.
permanently? Can you imagine?
It is, seriously.
There it is. There it went.
That would be the
Shut down the
official
country.
death knell to the
United States of America.
Yeah.
If Disney World goes, so
man.
goes America.
Now happy Friday.
Happy
What
Friday,
the
everybody.
hell?
Well, the thing is, they're not doing it. They have said we're not going to shut. No matter
Okay.
how bad
Okay.
this plague gets, we're not going to shut.
You're
going to
help them
Right,
stay
they
in business
can't, right?
with
They
what
They can't.
Yeah.
the amount of money you're about to spend next week there will keep them in business for a while.
Yes, it sure should. 'cause it's a
Congratulations
lot.
to the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh,
Who
Wow.
hopefully will lose this weekend, and Moron Trivia will be wrong. But we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.